Morning with the kittens. They all have to have the windows open when they first wake up. Got a lot of new wall hangings prepared here. Some of them are book related. Mod Podged all these books that were old, falling apart, or had doubles and they were falling apart, and or I had no intention of ever reading them. Got this one at a thrift store just because I was like, I want that on the wall. Their plane had crashed in the wild. Who will survive? The runaway, the injured pilot, or their strange companion? Spoiler alert, strange companion. It's right there in the summary in the title. Here's another one that I didn't really have any interest in reading, but I liked the cover, etc. I kind of don't like it that much now. I might put that one in a free box. The rest of these are going on the wall. This one was a repair. It's really simple, you just Mod Podge the book like crazy. You got to do 2 or 3 coats. I like roll the book up and dip them in both ways to the jar. And you got to, brush it off, and you want it to be like a block of glue when it's done, but still visible. And you just glue the safety cover protection of a razor on the back. This has got to be the same person that did that James Agee cover that I love. Fantastic cover. I had 2 copies of this when I made this, but I don't have that as a copy anymore. What? That Agee cover right there. I love that one. They raise a paw. This is like one of my favorites here. Love this. This has been falling apart on me for years, but I'm like, gotta protect it. Do something with it. How to know the minerals and rocks. That one's also in my essay of, that's all book titles. Studying the Earth from Space, the Prairie Has an Endless Sky, from book 2 of my book. I grew up reading this one, and I remember reading this to my oldest daughter, Anodyne, who's now 20, on the bus when my car was broken down once. Oh, maybe that was Hagen too. Maybe it was just Hagen. Memories. Aren't they great when you know what they are? I think it was both my older kids. This is a great one, and I was sad it was in such bad repair, but it was. Love this book and read this copy many times, but it's trashed. Put some cardboard on the backs of the thinner, floppier ones. Safety razor. As an object, this is maybe one of the best. I think the damage and the stains and stuff add to it. You won't see any of the back, remember. Classic cover, so is The Wind in the Doors. I have a few copies of this kicking around sometimes. This one's in trash shape though, so yeah. Apparently the artists of this are unknown or uncertain. I had 3 copies of 1984 kicking around in paperback form. 2 of them got the Mod Podge treatment, and 1 made it into the paperback project. I have mixed feelings about moving it from the genre sections. Anyway, Silent Spring, another one I had 3 copies of, but then I gave one of the copies away, so then I only had 1 extra copy. It's probably the least visually interesting of all of them, and the least justifiable as being Mod Podged, as it was in okay shape. Like, it's really good she got DDT banned, but it's very interesting to me that it was banned right after America had completed its treatment, and Africa still has malaria and other mosquito-based problems because they didn't do it. Anyway, these will be on the walls soon. This one gets to stay. This one doesn't pass the Marie Kondo test for me. Does it bring me joy? Does it have utility? I mean, it's the coolest cover, but it looks like it's ripped, which is fine, but kind of takes away visually from that cover. That's a job I had that I really loved. That me. Delivering newspapers as an undergrad at UNL. At a restaurant where my daughter now works. And that's when my daughter Sonora was born. I'm going to have more like family pictures around. Magical day, magical kid. I had 2 copies of Poisonous Dwellers of the Desert, and one was falling apart. So the cover of one became this objet d'art here. Poisonous Dwellers of the Desert, aren't we all? From a National Geographic, but also hashtag life goals. Let's go there. One of the Hubble fields. Galaxies out there, crazy. And at a recent thrift store, I got all these space postcards from a postcard book from the 80s that was probably valuable and should have been left not taken apart, but I immediately took it apart. That'll be a great motif throughout the house. Love it. Some of the space stuff contributed to the ongoing sand tray / book cover slash vision board. A little project I got going on up here. This is going to be happening and be improved and changed all the way up until the book comes out. I want to have it for, at least for the cover of the print-on-demand version of the book that I want to do at the beginning, just so I can have like a proof of concept. I want publishers to be able to see like a physical copy of this thing, you know, the vision of it, front cover, spine, back cover. And A Life in Writing is just the summary of the book. I think that's so funny. That's it, A Life in Writing. Coming along. I think I'm the only one that likes this thing, but whatever. My kids sneer at it. It was better before with all this stuff, without all this stuff on it. It's something different. Oops. Still need something in that spot. Keep that one. These things will get adjusted over time too. Thought I'd have enough for the ends here, but no. Calendar page from 1965 I found in the book. Need a frame for this painting of sorrows that my daughter's friend made. It's really cool because it uses paint chips. That's friend made. As its medium. Dried flakes of paint. Good idea. Pretty good movie. What's up, kiddies? The idea of this place is just incremental maximalism. Just always adding to it. Any empty space, find a frame that fits in it, put something smaller. Just trying to get an idea for this table that I might do. I might get a 6-chair set and pull it out from the wall a little bit, put the TV against its back wall. Table might just be a nice thing to have, and that is my family table since the 60s. In a couple years, I just want this apartment to be just like a maximalist block of art and books and plants, and I'll do all kinds of stuff. In the tradition of my Puritan ancestors that fit everything they could into small spaces with multiform, compact furniture, but also in the tradition of all the aesthetic freaks that came after. The new bookcase is still kind of a work in project. Currently poetry, philosophy, utility, and drama. Hallway's gonna be cool. Hodgepodging and sticking letters to the walls. It's like I feel like the empty white space between things. I want things there. Still need some more work up there. Need some more dead sticks for the motif. Some more stuff for that back wall. It's a slow project, but whatever. If you have a collection of books, you gotta think about the aesthetic presentation of them, you know? Imagine if you had like a bonsai tree, eventually its care extends to your whole property probably, right? And to how you are in the world. I believe that Loco show was 20 years ago. That's crazy. I might move one of those. I feel very empty to be up there. Later. Gizmo, do you agree that we should look at the New Mexico books next? Is that why you're sitting there? Between the two cases of them? All right, fine, we will. Okay. You're the only one that watches this channel anyway, Prismo. Obsessively. All right. Living in a work in progress. I guess we all are, metaphorically. Okay. Prismo, any words of advice for our viewers? Any bits of wisdom they should know? What's the first book we're going to look at in the New Mexico video? Great River by Paul Horgan? Maybe. Well, we'll see, won't we? Get a different crowd of people watching those videos, people from New Mexico. Alright. Well, everybody, it's time to drink coffee and run important errands. Alright. Take care. Watching this screen, I was reminded of when I had a Ring camera at my old place. And CP was there. Drinking my water. You want some coffee? Anyway, back at the old place. Where one time the Ring camera glitched out and we could see people watching a computer screen with our Ring camera footage in it. In like a steep roofed upper story room. I've got a screenshot of it somewhere. It's so creepy. Here I am, 2 years later, still thinking about it sometimes. I guess there would be some sort of in-person monitoring for that sort of thing, but it's still creepy when you think you're looking at a view of the driveway, you know? I was mad at this movie when I first started watching it last night because they did that 4 days earlier thing. But it actually really works structurally with the story, and it's built into how it's told. On the screen. Just tell the story! Don't start at the most exciting point and then go back and start over. But in this one it kind of makes sense because it lets the rest of it just be this quiet character drama with all the violence and drama put just in a chunk up front. Almost makes everything leading up to something the aftermath, you know? And inevitability, everything. When the spacing is uneven. Don't diagnose me. Just an aesthetic freak, that's my diagnosis. Then it encourages me to add more stuff to even up the spacing. And then I do take things out. Some things are up on walls though with thumbtacks and some with nails. You can't always fix the nail things because people might be sleeping or the hammer's far away. I'm gonna get a good teaching job and just throw a hilarious amount of money into the decor, etc. of this place. Alright. Planet Earth. This is Mike Smith.